学飞机时，教练突然昏迷，仅剩下旁边刚碰飞机10来分钟的学员在空中举目无措。下面是学员和地面塔台的通话录音。
Tango Foxtrot Romeo, thanks. We can see you out the window, so we're tracking where you are at the moment. You're doing a really great job. I know this is very stressful, but you're doing an amazing job, and we're going to help you get down to the ground, okay?
If I do a flyover first, please.
As well, sorry, to your company, just to make them aware of everything that's happening, so they can help out as needed shortly. So if you want to just straight away, we'll just overfly to the field and get you nice and comfortable with that. So you can just overfly direct Jandakot, and we'll get you having a look at the runway so that you're familiar with the runway that we're going to get you to land on.
Copy that. I'll just do a fly around then.
Tango Foxtrot Romeo. Just in front of you and just slightly to the left is the runway we're going to land you on. That's runway 30. So if you're able to see it, there's 3 runways at the airport. There's 2 that are parallel to each other. There's one single runway that's crossing across both of them. That runway's out to your left right now. That's the runway we're going to land you on. Can you see that? Big 30 on the threshold?
Yep, copy that.
Yes, that's the one we're going to land you on. So what I want you to do now is make a left 90-degree turn to start flying along that runway, and that's going to get you into a nice circle pattern that's going to fly you along the runway and then back onto a left turn to sort of start doing a circle over that runway, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you just want me to do a circuit around that runway?
That's correct. So right now, just straighten up, go nice wings level, nice and calm, and straight up the runway, and just fly along the runway so you get an idea of what it feels like to be overflying that runway. Tango Foxtrot Romeo, have you landed any aircraft before by yourself or with someone else at the controls with you?
No, I haven't.
Tango Foxtrot Romeo, understood. When you're ready, make a left turn, and we're going to start a nice square circuit around that runway, so that'll be your next leg is a nice 90-degree turn there. Tango Foxtrot Romeo, can you tell me how your instructor's doing at the moment? How's he looking?
No, he hasn't woken up. I've just tried to lift his head back up just to check to see how he's going, but he's not responding. So we're going to need an ambulance and somebody here ASAP.
The airplane, the instructor, we do have an ambulance coming. They're on the way, so they're going to meet you on the ground and they're going to give him the best care that they can. The most important thing, because he's sitting, if you can, keep his head upright, sort of leaning back against the headrest if there is one, and that'll just keep his airway nice and open for us.
Copy that. Okay, he's opening his eyes now.
Tango Foxtrot Romeo, Roger. Are you able to communicate with him at all?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Tango Foxtrot Romeo, is your instructor communicating at all?
No, he's not.
Tango Foxtrot Romeo, that's okay. Your job right now is just keep focusing on that aircraft as best you can. Secondary to that is just to keep his head upright and his body upright in the seat. But we're going to get you on the ground very soon and get both of you guys on the ground safely. When you're ready, make that left turn back towards the runway again, and we'll line you up again and just sort of get your feeling for that. If you want, you can start making a nice gentle descent back towards the runway and sort of start lining you up and get a feel for what it feels like to start descending and landing towards the runway.
Copy that.
Tango Foxtrot Romeo, do you know how long have you been airborne? Sorry, do you know how much fuel you might have on board?
I'm not too sure on how it works with gallons, but it says I'm just over half.
Tango Foxtrot Romeo, that's okay. I just had a quick chat actually to your company. They told me you've got 5 hours of fuel on board. So you've got, I think you've spent about an hour airborne so far, so we've got plenty of time to do some practice and rehearsal